I didn't want people to get the wrong idea in the last video. I don't hate Zhiyun. I think this is a wonderfully small, cute little light. It's just, I wish the battery was attached. I wish it wasn't so expensive. I hate dangly cords and all that stuff. So I just wanted to make you aware of certain things. But I have other alternatives for you, so just stick around for that. First, I am going to pick the winners of the curved clamshell reflectors. The Range Rider Sealands curved reflector goes to Nicholas Cooper of Wappingers Falls, New York. Congratulations. And the Westcott eyeliner goes to Pinky Ing of Oneida, New York. Another New York. Well, isn't that a cute name? Pinky Ing. All right. Well, congratulations, Pinky. You got yourself a Westcott eyeliner. All right. On to the molus. Sounds like something your doctor would say. Oh, I'm sorry. You have a molus on your upper sphincter. This is a cute little light, but think about it. Who really is this light for? It is very expensive. It's bright and expensive and all that, but it's really only for somebody who needs the smallest, most lightweight thing possible. The only thing that I don't like about this is there's no battery attached to it. If you want to attach a battery to this thing, you need a USB battery, an external battery, that then you got to like somehow, how are you going to attach it to this thing? So you have to have a little baggie or something that you put it in, that you then dangle from this thing. So like how... This is so Mickey Mouse to have this dangly ball thing hanging here with a cord like this. That is so ridiculous. That's why I like the Well Making, because it has the battery attached to the light. This is it. There's no cords, nothing dangling. This is the whole thing right here. I wish they would do that. I mean, yeah, it's small, but the whole idea of small is that it should be portable, self-contained. No, none of this stuff, right? So that's what I don't like about it. Plus the price that it's $200. Some people are saying, well, I don't have a lot of space in my studio. I'm using it as a streaming light for my computer setup, or I'm shooting in a very tight space. Well, if you're shooting in a tight space like a car or something, interior, or your room is the size of a bathroom or a phone booth, you don't need a light this bright. And if you are shooting in anything like that, you usually don't need battery power. If you do, you're going to need this weird external thing. But anyway, so there's other alternatives. I mean, this thing costs $200. That's ridiculous. If you're doing a streaming setup, you really don't need anything bigger than this. This is like a little Lume Cube LC panel. It's got a little silicone thing on the front of it. And if you're in a bigger space, like a room, you want to light up a room or something, then get something like this as a panel. These are $100. You can get two of these for one of these. These use NP batteries. They just go right on the back of this, and they're flat, so you can put them up against the wall. You can hang them on a wall like a picture. And one guy commented he's got a really small space where he's got a green screen and he doesn't have any room for light, so that's why he wants to use this thing. It just puts out a little round area of light. It's not a big giant spread of light. Yeah, you could use the silicone thing, but really what you need for a green screen setup is something like this. This is what you need, a big strip of light. This is only $150. This costs less than this. This runs on wall power or two NP batteries on the back. This one here has a V-mount on the back. So you can put V-mount, NP batteries, common batteries that you can get anywhere, will fit on this light, which has all these LEDs, like 2,000 LEDs, which costs less than this. So that makes more sense for that. And this is flat. This doesn't take up any space. And some people say, yeah, but every little single light is creating a shadow and a highlight. It's weird lighting. I use these all the time. Matter of fact, I'm lighting myself up right now with bare strip lights that have no diffusion on them. But if you want diffusion, almost everything like this comes with a white plastic thing that goes on the front for diffusion. Before they came out with bicolor, they just came up, they have an orange one that goes on the front also, so you can change the color of that. This particular one also has a little softbox that goes on here, so you can have a little softbox on there if you want. There's barn doors that go on here. There's also a grid that goes on the front. These things also have a plastic white diffusion that goes on the front, and if you don't have that, you can just use a sheet of diffusion gel. It's fireproof and paper thin. If you are in a really tight space where you don't have a lot of room, I mean, just get something like this. I mean, this is, look how flat that is. It's the NP battery on the back, or you could use something like this, or you could use something like this or this. I made a video about really small pocket-sized battery-powered lights. Neewer sells a 480 bulb bicolor panel light for $87 that runs on NP batteries or wall power. You can get a 2-light set with light stands and barn doors for the same price as this little thing. Here's a 13-inch 2-light kit for $175 with light stands. You want to light up a green screen? Here's a panel light with almost 2,000 LEDs for only $100. You can get 2 of these for the price of one tiny Molus 60, and it even takes standard V-mount batteries. Here's an on-camera bicolor panel for $50. Here's one with a battery built in. Simply recharge it with USB. It's $50. Ulanzi's got one for $35. Aputure's got one for $29. Again, with built-in battery, you can just stick it to the wall. Yongnuo, $54. Viltrox, $35. $30. If you're in a small space, you just need a few of these things, and you can get like 4 of them for the price of one of these. So that's what my issue is with this. It's cute, it's small, yeah, but $200. Somebody like me who needs to put a bunch of powerful lights in a little suitcase that takes up no space and no weight, travels a lot, somebody who does vlogs in the middle of the desert or the mountaintop or in a jungle somewhere or a forest, yeah, this might be the light. But if that was the case, if you actually are traveling and you need to hike this thing, the last thing you want to deal with is dangly cords and stuff. You want to have a light that has the battery attached to it with no cords, nothing that could go wrong. It's self-contained. So that's why I made that last video. It's not that I don't like these. I just think it's cute, it's small, but at least make it modular so you could have a similar size battery that just snaps on the bottom like the Osmo Action 2. Even the X100 has a battery that snaps on it, right? So the whole idea of having something small is that it's practical and portable. So that's what I'm saying. Are you listening? And the other thing that gets me about stuff like this is the labeling on the side. It's got a 60 on it. So people are going to think, oh, this 60 is just as bright as this 60, or the 100 is brighter than the 60. Now, I know they're talking about power consumption. A 60 bicolor is not as bright as a 60 dedicated daylight. I get that. But a typical consumer doesn't think like that. They see 60, they see 100, and they think the 100 is brighter than the 60. No, it's not. So what they should do, they should not label these things with power consumption numbers. They should be labeled with standardized light output. So whatever the light output of a light is, that should be the number on the side. So you can fairly compare them. So that's the gripe of mine. I don't like the cords and the dangly stuff. It should have a modular battery that just snaps onto it, no problem. It'd be nice if the batteries were not proprietary. Like this is 24 volts. You can't use NP batteries. You can't use D-tap V-mount batteries because those are either 7.4 or 14.8. There's hardly any 24 volt batteries out there. You cannot get them. The X100 is a proprietary battery that you have to buy in order to make that work. This has no battery. You have to use a USB, but it doesn't snap on here. It's not built in. It doesn't snap on. So it sucks that a cute little thing like this is not self-contained. And if you do get a battery, it's 24 volts. And so you can't use NP, you can't use D-tap V-mount. At least make it so it's more practical. Now, everybody's so excited about this because it's a small little tiny light and it's powerful. Well, this is not the smallest, most powerful light. This is the Stella Reflex. All right? This thing here is many, many, many more times more powerful than this. If this has a light reading of 8, this has a light reading of 22. That's 3 stops brighter than this. Each stop is what? Double the amount of light? This is a hell of a lot more brighter than this, and it's smaller. Now it costs more, and I made a video about this. The only problem with this is it has fan noise. So, and by the way, this is lowered in price. This was $650 when I bought them. They're down to $450 now because of the fan noise, and they want to be competitive with other lights. This is the same price now as the X100. People thought this was expensive. Well, that means the X100 is expensive too. The fan noise is the biggest issue with this. So I'm giving away the Stellas. That's right, I'm giving these away. I paid full price for them when I got them. Here's the receipt. You can see they were $650 each. I bought 3 of them. And then I bought the optional spot lens that goes on the front. That's another $80. I got a Bones mount. That's $100. And I bought a speed ring for softboxes, which is $70. So I'm going to give away 3 separate Stella reflexes. This is still the smallest, brightest LED light in the world that you can get. I just got some fan noise, and I had 2 of them going right within arm's reach of me, and I filtered out the fan noise. It's not that hard to do. I mean, it's people make it, oh, I can't use it, it's got fan noise. It's not that hard to filter out fan noise because it's a steady sound. Steady electronic sounds are easy to filter out. Anyway, so I'm giving away one with the spot lens. This is an $80 lens that goes on the front. And I'm giving away one with the medium lens and a Bowen's mount. All 3 have a lens that comes with them. 2 of them have medium. One of them has the spot lens, which is the one that I use. It focuses the light a little bit more and intensifies the light a little bit more, so it's a little bit brighter. All right, so one's got the spot, and the other 2 have the medium lens. This one, and one of them has the Bowen's mount, and one of them has a speed ring, so you can put softboxes, anything that has rods, anything up to 8 rods. You can use a 4-rod system, an 8-rod system, and so this goes right on here, so you can have a softbox on your Stella Reflex. These are actually used and loved by wedding photographers, because wedding photographers, the audio isn't as important for picture taking. And even then, they put them in the corner of the room, like 10 feet away, because they're super bright, so you don't really hear the fan noise anyway. So if you're a wedding photographer, this might be a great thing for you. So again, you can get these, the thing is at marcuspicks.giveawayenter.com. That's 2 dots, you already know all this. So I'm giving away over $2,500 worth of lights today. But really, if you're in a tight little space and you need some light, look at this. I mean, this is all you need, and this is pretty bright, bicolor, and it's got the battery built in. I mean, I figure either use something that has a battery built in, like this, where you just recharge it with USB, or you just get something that's got, you know, and you put an NP battery on the back of it. And look how flat these are. This is really all you need. Here's one by Bolt. This is a Bolt 250. It's comparable to a 250 watt light bulb. That is really, really bright. It's bicolor. It has a snap-on diffuser on the front. It runs on NP batteries. I don't even know if they make these anymore. I got a bunch of these, but yeah, you can put out a lot of light with little stuff like this. Again, I made a video about little pocket-sized battery-powered LED lights. I'll put the link down below for that. You should see it. It's a really cool video. You should watch that. And the non-light Pavo tube is a really versatile item that you could do so many things with. It's RGB, so you can make it any color in the world. It's got the battery built in. Again, it's USB. You just charge it up with USB. So that's why I'm griping about this. There's no battery built in. There's nothing. There's no battery. It's small, but you can get 6 of these things for one of those. All right, enough of that. Marcus rant. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.